the checklist for the benefit of our members. The same will be available on our branch website. I request our members to make use of it. And I request the members, if you have any queries in the session, you write it on a piece of paper and pass on it to our coordinator, C.A. Ravi Prasad, so that your queries will be answered. Once again, welcome to our second technical session of this workshop on Companies Act. We have with us our learned speaker, C.S. Dhanpal, who has come all the way from Chennai to throw light on new definitions and relevant incorporation of Companies Act, special emphasis on new requirements. Now I request our workshop coordinator, C.A. Ravi Prasad, to escort our speaker, C.S. Dhanpal, onto the dais and formally welcome him with floral bouquet. We all know C.S. Dhanpal as a person who updates us on Companies Act with his regular mails. But still, I get this opportunity to briefly introduce him. C.S. Dhanpal is a fellow member of Institute of Company Secretaries of India and law graduate from the reputed Dr. Ambedkar Government College. He is a senior partner of Measures S. Dhanpal and Associates, practicing Company Secretaries, Chennai. He has around 15 years of experience in the areas of corporate secretarial and legal matters, and with that exposure in both secretarial and legal matters, has undertaken due diligence assignments on statutory compliances and voluntary audits in various facets of corporate law. He is a passionate reader, voracious speaker, and prolific writer on varied legal and secretarial matters. He regularly contributes as a speaker and writer in various professional forums and journals. He is a well-known resource person, having addressed a speaker in over 100 forums, including professional institutes, chambers, universities, and colleges. All his articles are widely appreciated and acknowledged due to his unique style of writing and practical coverage of the topic in a very simple language. He is also a much sought after corporate trainer and being a trainer to various government authorities like the Comptroller and Auditor General of India and Auditor General of India and the Office of Regional Director, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Chennai. He has authored 2 books, LLP Made Easy, which was very well received by all the readers, and Handbook on Companies Act 2013. With this brief introduction, now I hand over the session to our speaker, C.S. Dhanpal. Over to you, sir.
Good evening to all. I am left with another hour's time. So let me not spend time on the protocol. I will straight away go to the subject. I will give a brief note about the Companies Act, how it's structured, so that it will be easy for you to move forward the seminars to come, that means the sessions to come coming days. Out of the section 470 sections, the Companies Act 2013, so far about 283 sections got notified. It's not that the entire section got notified. Let us have a preliminary idea about how the law as it is now, how the rule as it is now, and how the form as it is now, before I go into the topic. Pardon me, I will be little rushing only. You know the reason for that. I am supposed to conclude by 8 o'clock. Well, if I miss my flight, then you have to always help. In that condition, I can stretch. In fact, entire 470 sections of the Companies Act 2013, only 283 is notified. What are not notified? I cannot go into much in detail. Very simple. What are the matters are dealt with the NCLT and what are the matters dealt with the special code? That alone is not notified. It is easy to keep it in mind. Let us not go into see what chapter, which rule, all that anyway is not going to be useful to us. Just you can keep it in mind and save it in your mind that what are the provisions that with the help of the NCLT or special code alone it can be done that has not got modified. And except otherwise 283 sections which is in a daily basis that has to be implemented or followed by the company has got already modified. Fine. Next, going to the rule. Out of 28 chapters, 1 to 14 chapters got modified. And from 14 to 20 not got modified. Again, chapter 21 got modified. And again, chapter 26 got modified. Why there is a gap? The same logic which I have given to the Companies Act provisions. That it needs to be fined up and NCLT has to come and special code has to come. What is that? Is chapter 1 to 14 that everybody knows start from incorporation, prospectus, trade placement, directors, auditors, all this which is on daily basis that company needs to follow. What is that? Chapter 21? It talks about conversion from other entity to a company. In fact, now only after the final rule comes, we have got surprised that only LLP can be converted. When the parent sections, spaces that permits the other entity to get converted into company, as how we used to do under Part 9 conversion under 1956 Act. And what is another chapter 26? It's about Nidhi. It got modified already. Except this, whatever related to the NCLT and special code that has not got modified. Moving to the form. The entire Companies Act 117 form, that means 117 forms got modified. In fact, rather I should say 117 forms, not all in E forms. Out of 117, only 44 forms got modified. That means it is available in the E form. Another 17 forms, it is there in the physical form. In fact, this 17 physical forms should be filled in physically, how our previous session, our list of companies are deliberating about appointment of auditor, intimation of appointment of auditor. In ADT 1, in GLN 2, it has to be filed. It is a physical diagram which is available that has to be attached to the GLN 2 in E form. So like that, there are 17 forms with that. So out of 117 forms, 44 forms are available in the E format. And 17 forms is available in a physical format which all become effect as on date. This is the overall structure of the Companies Act 2013 has come into effect. In fact, we need not to think that remaining section is not yet come, so we can take some little relaxation on the no. Everything is become forced as you have heard. 98 section got come into effect from September 12 onwards. And remaining 193 section has got come into effect from 1/4/2014. So all these sections will have an impact on daily basis to all corporate as well as professionals. So we can't take it very later way. I don't want to go into nuances, integrity and grey areas and what is my opinion on the Companies Act as time is, as it is not there. But we will see that what best we can discuss in the time given to me. I will take you through to definition part. In fact, the many forums where I addressed, I was given the topic of incorporation of companies where I could able to do justice in a matter of 1 hour to overexplain about incorporation of company. Here the additional responsibility is given dealing with the definitions. In fact, definitions alone we can deliberate for more than 2 hours minimum. So that much we need to understand the definition part. The definition is like an entry point to anything. It's like the ABCD of the entire grammar. So unless we understand what it is, then what is the point of starting the entire act and interpreting the entire thing? But we'll see how we can go through the definition. I can take you through the definition. I will try to concentrate all important definitions, leaving other definitions which are not so important in a practical aspect. This is the scheme of presentation which I am planning. I will be rushing only. Again, I want to tell you what to pardon me for that. Definitions, first I will be trying to cover. And second is incorporation of private and public companies. And third, I am planning to cover on MOA, what are the legal aspects and the implementation aspects. And fourth, I am planning to cover OPC and Section 8 company. Then E-forms. In fact, E-forms we can deliberate and debate. We can one day also we can discuss about E-forms, what are the difficulties that we are facing now. And I will try to cover the possible time limit that also to some extent. This is the scheme of the Act, that is, as of now, we are in front of us. 470 sections, again 658 sections, we need to feel so happy about it. You know the reason against 15 schedules, now 7 schedules got reduced. Why? Because most of the schedules become the part of the rule. That's the reason it got reduced now. And 13 parts got elaborated to 29 chapters, becoming another Companies Act. Okay, already we are having Companies Act 2013. In the form of rule, we have another set of Companies Act. And we have to see that how fast we are mastering it and getting into practice. These are the definitions which I was talking through. In fact, it goes 3 slides actually. And what I highlighted in red color, that is a new definition that is introduced in Companies Act 2013. What are there in the black letters that are already there in the Companies Act 19. There may be a slight modification in the existing definition, which I am not planning to cover, as it is the definition is already in place under the old Act. You would have well versed in the definition under the old Act. Probably 1 or 2 places they have made a little amendment to the existing already old definitions. We can refer it as the old definition. This is all again there in the 2013 Act also. And the words which are appearing in the red color, those are the definitions which are introduced afresh in the Companies Act 2013. Accounting standard, what is there to say? Already it is there, fine, but again they are confirming that. Now the addition is that the accounting standard that is recommended by ICAA and approved by NFI. That's what the change is going to come. In fact, we wait and see that what is the fate of the NFI. Associate company, everybody knows that now not only we have to restrict the subsidiary companies, now we have to stretch to the associate company also. And if you want to understand associate company, it's so difficult. Time only I have to reveal that what and all I have to bring into the associate company. Because the associate company definition not even starts with 20% limit, shareholding limit. It starts controlling business decision under an agreement. My God, it's wide terminology. In fact, we have to wait and see who and what and all can be brought into the associate. What they mean for what we have to take as a contract, what we have to mean as a business decision, that we have to wait and see. And apart from all this, will that associate company where we are holding only 20% will reveal all the information to us? That is again $1 million question. In fact, getting information from subsidiary company itself is a big task that everybody must be facing around it. But getting the information from the associate company to consolidate to my parent company, I really doubt how much it is going to be practical in practical implementation side. You have to wait and see. And new introduction of audit standards, which was not earlier having a legal endorsement by the lawmakers. Now it is legally endorsed. Till now it was before the act, it was only the code to be followed by the members of the ICAA. Now it becomes an act and it becomes the code of the country with respect to audit purposes. Author structure, not much difference. Now they are referring the class of the memorandum and how it appears. They are restricting the amount that is committed or promised under the amount of association. The authors committee limits that. In fact, they are given a little more wider meaning to that, nothing else. Banking company as it is there. Board of directors, board, same, makes no difference. Body corporate, same, following the old definition, makes no difference at all. Book and paper and books or paper. As it is, this is the word only. It covers everything under the sky. Because if you see the definition of books and paper, book or paper, or books of accounts, or documents under the Companies Act 2013, everything is an inclusive definition. We need not to too much break our head and understand what is the definition meaning. Anyway, it is an inclusive definition. It is going to include everything under the sky. So we have to understand that whatever can be given as a document or paper, that will be included by default in book or paper, books and paper, or books of accounts. Because all are inclusive definitions. Branch office, not much difference. Call or capital, the amount which has been called. That's a definition is given to that. Charge, now there is a new definition. But I am surprised to see that when you read the language, really, we are not able to understand that they are telling charge means and they are giving different meaning for mortgage. In fact, in the leisure time, I request members here to read the definition of the charge and what you have to understand what they are trying to say. What difference they want to make it between the mortgage and charge. In fact, charge, they start with charge means. Again, they are bringing some other context called mortgage or they say security. In fact, charge definitions we have need to understand before we go into the part of filing aspects. In fact, we were deliberating in the earlier session that creation of charge, artificial. First of all, let us understand what is charge as a definition. Then we will move on to filing aspects. Then chartered accountant, a big definition is given, and who is having a valid practice. Probably who has not paid the membership or credit hour, they may be losing. I believe they are offering that out. I don't think any certificate can be invalid. And no issue can issue an invalid certificate, correct? Then it's not a certificate at all. I believe that those who have not paid your membership fees and credit hour requirement, the certificate became invalid by removing whatever formality they are doing. Probably they are referring it that you are a valid certificate. And this valid certificate terminology is not available in the definition of cost accountant and company secretary. This is available only for charge. I do think. No, I just say, it's not that I want to explain something. No, I'm just giving what is there. I'm not giving my view. Then I need a whole day. I have to continue till tomorrow morning. Okay, if I have to give my view on everything. And CEO is a person who is designated as such. Nothing is there to discuss on that. Okay? You are designating somebody. Whoever is wanting to get designated. You need to issue a appointment letter to the fellow. Nothing else. And he is going to be key manager person. Key manager person only is responsible to the office of default and for all of the purpose. But you can go and you want to, you can appoint. I am not here to question or consider that. I am just telling what is there. CFO, there also you can appoint anybody who is working through, provided is an employee. Company, as the definition is there, it says the company registered under the Act 2013 and registered under the previous law. Company limited by guarantee, not so great definition, same definition, who was given the guarantee up to the limit what they are prescribing, so that they may not bring the money into the company now. Company limited by shares, they are limited by share capital. Company liquidator, 2-3 definition is there, whereby if it is a voluntary winding up, the company or board can appoint a person as a company liquidator. In case of liquidation by the tribunal, the tribunal should appoint a liquidator who is called as a company liquidator. Company secretary, nothing to add, same definition. Company secretary in practice, nothing to add, same definition. Contributory, the person who has to pay. Okay, suppose the company goes down, the fellow who should be caught or should bring back the company or should compensate is a fellow. Contributory, in a company's terminology is a shareholder. In a winding up terminology is a contributory. There is not much difference on that. Control, is a big definition is given. Control includes everything. Whether you are a promoter, of course, KMP, that I can understand that they are limiting something there. But control, it includes everything. It includes promoter, it includes director, it includes somebody who can influence also, it includes. So many places control role is available in 2013. Cost accountant, not much difference on that. Same thing only, again they want to bring in the part of the law. Code, in fact, we need to deliberate more on code. The code definition already is there. Now the special code is added now. That is the only difference now they made. And the high code will be replaced with the NCLT. Wherever the code is appearing, and if the imprisonment is less than 3 years, it will go to the judicial magistrate code. If the imprisonment is more than 3 years, then it will go to the special code. And it is a special code within which the company jurisdiction is coming. That's what it defines in the code. That means a jurisdiction is defined. And suppose the company is in a particular jurisdiction, the court adheres to that jurisdiction, they will have a complete jurisdiction over there to tie the affairs of the company. Debenture, not so great about the definitions, but there are lot to understand in debenture. They completely change the requirement and the meaning of it and the importance of it, everything. In fact, we have to say that they given a real meaning to the debenture. But only thing is, they are not able to understand what it is exactly. Deposit, now completely they change. In fact, deposit it becomes almost something which is not pictured in our hand. That level it has happened. It is only a myth only going forward. Because they already threatened that if you take money, then fine. Anyway, you know better than me what I brought. And they also requested to, not requested, they directed to return the deposit within 1 year, whether you like it or not. Depository, again the same definition, derivative, director, not same definition, dividend, no document as it is there about that. Stock, employee stock option, there. Expert, again it's an inclusive definition. Already it includes engineer, as a first person engineer, and the cost accountant, all accountant is coming, and they are going to prescribe also so many percent as expert. We have to wait and see who and all going to come there, sir. exposed. Financial institution, they notify that certain banks and all is called. Financial statement that we have to understand. They now made it like a big five or something like that we have to keep it in mind. Where the P&L, balance sheet, P&L cash flow statement and changes in this thing and notes forming part of the accounts. Earlier we used to put a note under every balance sheet or P&L that the notes forming part of the accounts. That note we need not to put henceforth because the note also become a financial statement. But the moment you put the note, it automatically becomes a part of the financial statement. We need to specifically mention that it forms part of the financial statement. Financial year, you know that everything got regulated now. They have given a time limit of 2 years time where we have to align with the financial year. Every company should align with their year ending of 31/3, whatever that 2013, 14, 15, 16. We have to see that we are aligning for 2 years time limit is given. Only for the foreign subject. Okay, they are given an exemption where they can approach the NCLT and take the exemption from aligning with the financial year. And free reserve, now the big definition has come. And of course, foreign company. Foreign company, the definition says that a company which is incorporated outside India, a body corporate incorporated outside India, which is having a place of business in India. That's called foreign company. Free reserves, they came out very clearly that reserves which is which can be available for issue of dividend. In fact, we can easily understand that capital profit, they will not say free reserve. Okay, capital reserve. We have to understand very simply that revenue reserve. You can go into deep and interpret whatever it is, but at the end of the day, the whole thing is coming out. Revenue reserve alone can be treated as a free reserve. And GDR, as it is, we know that something issued outside India, underlying shares are there based on like trading an Indian share in a foreign market, where I will issue some other instrument saying that the shares are under this, whether it is there or not. No, it should be there legally. Government company, there is no much difference, same definition. Independent director, in fact, one separate seminar we also have for independent director. I don't know how much he will be knowing. As it is director responsible statement itself, I don't know any other director, any single director in India would have understood fully what it is. Whether, can I give a director responsibility if I am a director of a company, can I give a director responsible statement in a negative way? Or do you have to reproduce what is there, whether it is there or not? That chart itself is not there. Suppose, if I don't give a negative statement, will it amount to a fraud? Because that is also a form of kind of a statement given under 448. It's forming part of the data report. We have to wait and see on this. So, independent director, I am not going too deep. In fact, to put it very simple, only a orphan and saint who is completely not the world. No one knows in the world. They can be the independent director. That will really, but government will help us. We need not to worry. They are going to catch those people and put a data bank where you can download and appoint them. But responsibility is not government. Responsibility is government. Okay. And IDR is nothing but GDR there, IDR here. Okay. Logic and rational, everything is same only. Behind it. Interest director same 2% only, but they have expanded the definition. In the former section 184. Earlier 298, now it is 184. They expanded how much they can expand. They expanded. Now compulsory we have in the first board meeting, we have to disclose our interest and we have to file entity 14. Now more of filing only and MCA will not flourish. No, they have to study, then only they can take care of the corporate. Issued capital, not a big difference. KMP. In fact, I don't know. Something good also I want to talk, but I can't. See, I would have spoken more than 50 forums because I myself feeling so guilty. How many forums I can talk? See, KMP they are telling a list is they are giving. MD or CEO or in their absence full-time director. And again next this thing is fellow who is ready for this for CFO, then company secretary. And probably CEO need not be in the board, CFO need not be in the board, company secretary need not be in the board. So I can have a KMP, no one being part of the board. That's what the structure I can make. The rule is permitting me actually. The rule is permitting me that I can have a CEO who is not part of the board. I can have a company secretary who is not part of the board and CFO not part of the board. I have a KMP. And a separate board is functioning. Okay? director can be part of the KMP or he can be apart from the KMP. We have to wait and see. In fact, that itself we have to deliberate a lot. And this is what KMP explained. Listed company, not much different, but only problem is even a shareholder, 7 shareholders, a public company also, by mistake they list their debentures also, it becomes listed company. We are already facing a trouble with a company like this. E-voting and all we are keeping for 10 shareholders. He is telling 10 shareholders to come to my meeting itself. And he has to keep, because section is to make it mandatory. Because by virtue of debenture or some instrument getting listed, it becomes a listed company. E-voting and everything is mandatory. E-voting and voting, everything is mandatory. Right. And this is going to be the fate for the companies which has got that debt instrument listed in the stock exchange. Manager, not much difference. Managing lender, same copy paste. Member, not much different. Same thing, section 4041 as reproduced. Memorandum. A separate section is there. Section 4 deals with memorandum. And definition part, not so much is there. Net worth, same thing. And notification, I don't think notification something is there. Now we don't have a clarity at all. What is it? I don't have. I know others are having. What is the difference between notification, press note, circular, master circular, and then again removal of difficulties and exemption order. We have to wait and see. Even though we read this also, we have to wait and see what are those issues. We can separate and understand what is notification. Notification is something supposed to come in the gazette. That's what we have to understand. Officer, it's an inclusive definition. Officer in default, officer is included only. Only the who is in default alone is added. Where everybody is covered. Director, KMP, managing director, of course KMP is not the only directors are covered, but it covers the director, managing director, KMP, and as it is the old section 5 which we are running in the old act. And going to the official liquidator, not so great, say I told you company liquidator. Same thing when the court appoints, it becomes the official liquidator. 1% company, in fact we are going to deliberate more on that. 1% can form one company at his lifetime. That's what 1% company. We can easily understand. Earlier the draft rule, it was permitting 1% can form 1% company. Now 1% can form one company in his lifetime. Only one time. That's called 1% company. And then moving on to next to ordinary special, not much difference, same thing, more than 50% and more than 3/4. Paid up share capital, not much. Postal ballot, now so much has come in the postal ballot. In fact, before September, all listed companies they will prefer to undiscuss that level. The postal ballot and new requirement has come. We are really facing a lot of trouble in e-voting and postal ballot, and we need to understand what we have to follow. Regulation 20 we have to follow, 22 we have to follow, and both we have to follow, and we can follow this first and second. When you have time, you can usually do that. So it has got more input for you to get confused. Okay, and prescribed, I know nothing is there to say. Previous company, private company, now you know that this thing is removed now. The private company cannot accept deposit except from director. Very simple. We need to go into deep of the definition part now. And promoter, now promoter is covered in so many places. I don't know why. In fact, promoter is given a legal status, but he is not a legal person. That means he is not coming within the system at all under the Companies Act. He is not having any role, responsibility, an appointment, and form, nothing. But he has got a role, promoter. Now so many places promoter is okay. Even though he is not a director of the company, even though nothing to do with the company, but he can influence also, he will become a promoter. If you read the definition, it appears like that. Profit tax is a big subject, which earlier act itself we had never understood. Now we will wait and see how we can understand the new act. Public company, as it is not much difference. A public financial institution, that as it is same 4A under the old act, not much difference. Register stock exchange, register of companies, registrar, related party. In fact, I have to show the slide. I know that I can't explain you. That's why I prepared a slide also, then I can come back. Somewhere we try to manage something to show you as a related party. See, related party also okay, fine. But if you link this related party 188, neither you will understand related party nor 188. 188 is related about transaction. One word alone is added. Related party, the definition, and transaction is added 188. We will try to understand only. Director or relative or KP or relative. Okay? And any company which is holding subsidies, it is extending going down also. And G1, G2 like that, small level like that is going down. And the private company, director, manager, whether he is a director or manager, then he gets affected. Firm, whether a director or manager or the relative is partner, then gone. Public company, more than 2%. Any body corporate, first of all, I have a real doubt that whether the public company is coming in the body corporate or not. Okay. If it is coming in the body corporate, there is no purpose of public company standing separately. As it is, LLP is covered under the body corporate. So we are caught. Department already, they will clarify soon that the body corporate LLP also is included. Okay. For that purpose. And public company, if it is included in the body corporate, then 2% we need to see. We can simply take a view that as long as he is accustomed to have enough, that he is the chairman of that company, he is B company, he is MD, and he need not do any provision at all. Saitara will come in the body corporate. So gone. Like that, I don't think we can so much interpret and see that we are falling outside. Unless we are not related in any aspects in the entire company transaction. In fact, if one person forms one company at a time, like 1% company, like that, 1% have one company in lifetime, we need not to worry about the company there. Except he has to appoint director, all this other independent director, all this. But later party and 185, all the we need not worry. But if he is having another entity, gone. We are coming in the company there. 2013. We have to. Now we will go back to the definition part. Later parties, I don't want to explain. Seeing the slide itself, you will not have understood. Oh, if I explain also, you can't. But I am telling you the same thing which is borrowed from 287. As it is 287, what is there only? It is borrowed. Here the KP is added and holding subsidy, all fellow subsidy got added. That is the only difference. Otherwise, it is equal to 287 of the company name. Fine. And then moving on to the schedule and relative again, first they clarified in the Company Act 2013 that the husband and wife is relative. They are recognized as soon as, just to make fun. Not a criticism. Nothing I am criticizing, I am completely on MCA side. Should not be taken as criticism. So they recognize that husband and wife is relative. Then they came out with the second list. Then again they came out with another list. Now we are putting one good thing for the startup and fraternity is HUF they recognize it now. Under the company that they are HUF also should be treated as a relative. So that aspects we have to appreciate only because all the more for income tax alone we project HUF. No other act recognized it. Okay. None of the even I don't know Indian country whether it is recognized or not. Except in India. Okay. At least now HUF so many places are taking it. That's a 2013 we have to feel little happy about it. And remuneration is a big subject. You have to go to the 97, 90, 198, 197, take U-turn, then go to the schedule 2. And big travel you have to make. We will leisurely do that. Probably the next speakers, subsequent speakers may take care of it. And schedule, not so great. Some schedules are there that they are explained. And SHAC, which is scheduled under the Banking Regulation Act. And securities, it includes everything. As long as you sign and give. As long as it is not a letter paper, this, that and all, it is not security. But the moment you say that it is a debt or equity, something you try to say that, then it becomes a securities. Okay. SEBI, you know, I need not to tell anything about it. And serious fraud investigation, my God, SFIO. In fact, we are going to have every district, in addition to the police station, E7, E8, E9, like that SFIO 1, 2, but we are going there. Because the power given to SFIO under section 2 is equal to the police officer. He can walk in and arrest, which I am going to talk on our Chennai CA branch also, only on fraud and corruption for 2 hours. So that I will do the duty of scanning them. Here I will move on next to this. So they have given the power, they can jump in, arrest and take the person. No question of someone this, that and that. As long as the offence is made out. That is very important. Okay. Offence is made out, they can take us along with that. Fine. No questions. As if I am running on the end. Sorry. Share. Nothing to share actually. There are so much that in the computer tool. What is there to share? Small company, less than 3 lakhs capital, up to 2 crores per without anything there inside also. No. I'm just telling you because I don't know whether it is there or not. So 2 crores, it comes in the books, 2 crores. You are losing a set of money. Come on, you are going to. I know how much it is going to serve the purpose, you are going to see. And there are some exceptions given, board meeting, all that we know anyway. Subsidy capital, those who are subscribing. Subsidy company or subsidy, now subsidy company include everything. For conservation board, it includes accelerator also. I don't know whether they will give, in fact, they will try to see that I no longer want to be a associate company. If you are asking financial statement. In fact, many of our contract agreement is getting into trouble because of that. See, we are an application to consolidate associate company. But he will say that if you want my financial statement, our contract itself will terminate. I can't give it. That is what is going to happen. In either way, there is a mistake on either side. We don't know whose side there is a mistake. And as it is the short equity shares, not much is there, uploading power, tribunal, everybody knows for last 10 years, so far it has not come out. 2002 Amendment Act result has come. Entire Companies Act was occupying almost 70 years. Okay, till it has not come out. And third one, they said everything is included. Unlimited company, again it is there in the old company. Voting rate, we know what is our voting rate. And overtime factor, now a definition has come. Earlier, there was an explanation in the 269 section. Section 269 of the Old Company Act, 1926 used to carry explanation. What is the person who is an overtime employee, that is an overtime employment, and also is an overtime factor. That's the explanation. Now it became a definition now. Same thing only. Now I don't think overtime factor we need more explanation. Somebody in overtime is an overtime factor. And these are definitions they have already, anyway, it was occupying the space of the law book. Now it is going away. Not much difference. Now public holidays no longer exist. Only for national holiday. Where you will have only 3 days that you may have to conduct AGM. Everybody is going to conduct on Sunday only. Nobody will turn up there. Law permits us to have. They are giving less effect to the national holidays. Except it's a national holiday. Now we will move to incorporation. If at all we prefer to incorporate a company. So if we prefer to incorporate a company, company income shares, guarantee, unlimited company, formation of company charter of trust, earlier 1625, conversion of other form. Now we came to the conclusion that except LLP can be converted. So I don't know what is the purpose of this 360 provision itself. We can skip also, I think. 1% company, we can see more time on it. These are the steps of incorporation of private company. In fact, everybody would have got experience of incorporating a company. It's not that we are at the stage of intermediate or something where we are reading and understanding. That everybody knows that. Incorporating. We will try to see that what are the main changes, what are the nitty-gritties or practical difficulties are there. We can put it that way. We should not be nitty-gritties. It is something legally disturbing us. We have to say practical difficulties. It should not be nitty-gritties. Checking the name availability. Now, important is that we have to understand. We have to file INC 1. Now, you know that every chapter carries INC, DAR. Everybody knows. In sleep also people are telling you. INC, DAR, GT. So people will be, our family will be thinking that some bus or whatever. It is formed. No, it's a good thing. It's really that we have to appreciate. I told you I am always in the MCA. We have to appreciate that they have taken a pain. Earlier, we were struggling to come out with a book, our own answer. 1.1 to 1.28, that was the form earlier in the incorporation. How could you remain 1.9, 1.8? When typing itself, we put wrong, that's all. That amount is fraud. So putting 1.8, you put 2.8, that amount is fraud. You are suppressing the information under 447. 448 act can be taken against you. Under 211, non-available. That is the difference. I don't want to go into deep of it. So we have to be very careful. Now anyway, we will not file any MDT14 in INC. Now they themselves made it very easy. Now for incorporation, we will not do any MDT. We will do only INC. Okay? And MDT anyway, there are a lot of Greek list is there. Everything is coming under the MDT14 now. And name already has to be done. Here the important information that we have to understand, which I understood from the whole rule book, that earlier without object, regulatory authorities were not giving the name. Now without object also a company can be registered. That means without object in the company also the company can be registered. That means I can have ABC Limited. I will give you an example before you ask. I can have ABC Limited, private limited now. I need not have an object, fine. But what the rule says, suppose you have ABC Construction Private Limited, then you should not do software. That's what it says. What it says, you have an object in your name, you do that object. You are not permitted, I am not permitted to do any other activities. You are permitting, but you do what is there. This is what I am asking. Suppose you want to do multiple businesses, it's better not to have an object name. It's a big difference. It's a big relief that stakeholders are going to get and company is going to get. Because getting the name approved with a proper object, that's almost difficult, everybody knows. Okay, something appears to be object, it will not appear to other person. So that's the issue will not be there in the days to come. So without object also we can file our form. And trademark also they have given recognition now. Where trademark somebody is having trademark also, they can give proof of it and see that they are registering the name. You know, that's a big rule. Name rule itself is running so many pages, where earlier it was the name availability rule that made part of the Companies Act 2013 rule. Nothing else. See, earlier whatever rules were separately available, now they made it a part of the Company Act 2013 rule. And the same procedure, name already has to be taken. Instead of filing form 1, you have to file form INC 7. INC 2 for OPC company, INC 7 for registering private company. Right? And earlier we used to file form 1 for filing memorandum and article, all this stuff. Now we have to file INC 7. And here's the important thing which we have to do a bit more than understanding all this routine procedure. The important is once this form is filed, INC 7, they will approve also, they will register also. Now the bomb, what is the bomb that? See, we can have a register office, that I will finish. We will have a register office, need not to have a register office at the time of incorporation. Now the lawmakers permitting us, the authority is permitting us to have a register office after 15 days from the date of incorporation. That means, for example, I am registering a company on 1st June. Okay, I am permitted to have my registered office before 15th June. That means to register a company I need not have a register office. Fine. But I suppose I register office before June 15th. Fine. I have a register office now by June 15th. I supposed to intimate before June 30th. 15 days time. Very simple. I don't think any other question may be there. So this is a whole thing. 15 days time limit given to get have the register office officially and to intimate another 15 days. So in a nutshell we can say 30 days from date of incorporation, register office should be address should be intimated to the register office in the form INC 20. Okay. Important thing will come. Filing declaration and all fine. Commencement of business. Earlier it was applicable only to the public, not to the private. Earlier as this we were struggling only, but now the private company also going to suffer like this. I don't know, I should have raised the point to him. So many other participants are raising their questions, so I didn't put the question. See, the commencement of business, what it says now, earlier in the old act, the company once is registered, incorporated, the private company can kickstart this business. That was the earlier act. Now what it says, whether it's the private or public, you have to ensure that you are commencing business after filing the required form. What is the required form? INC 21. What it carries a declaration saying that all the subscribed money, subscription money has come into the company fund. Without that, I can't kickstart the business at all. Kickstarting business is not that doing something, raising invoice. Kickstarting the business is also conducting a board meeting, signing any paper, official papers. Correct. See, without kickstarting no company, I can't have my board meeting. Okay. Without having my board meeting, I can't open a bank account. Fine. And without opening bank account, I can't bring the money. For example, if it is a 1 lakh, okay, I can bring cash. If it is a 10 crores, I am opening a company with this subscribed capital of 10 crores. How could I can bring the money into the company? How I can file a declaration that the money is coming to the company, which I can certify as a professional. And the form also says that you should have a true, correct information and suppress nothing in the form. And I understood everything in the form, more than what is there in the form. That way declaration is asking in every form. Okay. In this scenario, how could somebody want to bring 5 crores or 10 crores as subscription money into the company? Where? In what form? The cash they can bring? Okay, fine, they can bring. It's their duty to. You then can we take that this is the only way that they have to bring the cash? Or DTV can take it and file a declaration that money has come into the account? How that without the banking that DD or check, whatever it is, into the company account, we can say money is coming to the company account. This is unlimited. This is going to be a big debate only. In fact, you must be having a ready-made answer. But if ready-made answer is workable, please work it. But this is what I want to throw to the forum so that you can think over it and see that what is the alternative that you can come out, and we can check with the restaurant companies also. He is very cooperative. He can also guide us how to move forward with that without bringing money, how to kickstart the business. Or if we have to bring the money and file the form 21, then how to bring the money into the company. Can I carry the cash now in hand? Who will carry the cash? Company. Company is not at all coming to existence by registration. Probably it has emerged, but it has not become, it has got a legal certificate to kickstart anything and do anything. That means you can't carry the cash also. That means technically or legally speaking. Right. We have to wait and see and just leave it open to the forum. And these are the documents that we have to, in fact, big list is that everybody would have undergone the same trouble of filling up all that and signing this. I declare my professional affidavit. I take wherever there is some confusion is there. Okay, that's a part alone I will give more this thing. And all this routine thing only. Affidavit has to be filed, address of correspondence, particular prescriber, particular first character, as it is we used to give all that. MOA. These are details they are asking now. Name and recent murder, everything they are asking, fine. And the place of birth, occupation. But we used to say that somebody is looking for bridegroom or bride, they need not to take horoscope or anything. You have to take a DIN number only. Everything, whether he is married also, it will come in there. Just telling, but you see how much transparent now our legal system is functioning. We have to give a big applause to them that they are bringing more transparency to the world. Okay, now the last point, if you see permanent resident address. What is that? You should have stayed there 1 year, even though it is your own house. Then you can't give us a proof. Maybe there may be having some reason for that. Probably with my maturity I am not able to understand. Even if I have my own home or my own building, I should have stayed there 1 year at least. Then only I can do. Otherwise what? You have to give a previous owner. Where is the previous owner? Nowadays I become owner. You take me your landowner, previous. If I would have robbed him, then your problem. You go and fall at his feet. Okay. All this is. Email ID acceptable, mobile number, phone number, fax number, proof. That's why I told you PIN number alone we can take it. So easy for us now to catch the person. Proof of nationality, and apart from that, is subject to MOA and money specific signature duly verified by the respective banker. In fact, now the rule is diluted now. This is only one good thing to my view. Rule has done that. Alternatively, they brought not a public also. Now you know how much easy that you will feel that bank account you need to go, right? Okay, you can get it from not a public. So this aspect is completely direct. The certificate is already directed. You have to give full detail as it is used to give full detail. Now, all this literate, all that we have been dealing with on the old act itself. In fact, conventionally we were dealing and we were training the authority and we will make them to understand not only the literate person, them also will understand, see this is how we have done, we explain them this, that, everything we tell, and after they convince that, they will also approve it. I also done one of the companies where people with Tamil impression, they form the company, okay. Now all this has become a part of it. One thing we have to really appreciate MCA, whatever the difficulties earlier it was, corporate was facing or professional was facing, they brought everything. Now you need not to ask anything. Next 50 years you need not ask anything. Everything answer is there. You should not do anything. And witness, now in addition to that, I witness to subscribers, this witness has to say, who was signing, pity. I witness to subscriber, I am also in that part of it. Who are subscribed was signed in my presence, further I have verified is their identity for identification, satisfied myself. What I have to satisfy? The identity particulars I have filled in. He also mentioned place and date of signing. I have to satisfy myself whether he himself satisfied with this particular or not. As a person I am understanding, I have to satisfy him. Even he debate also, see, I know, I checked that, I am satisfied. Leave it, don't worry. Your department asking my satisfaction only, not your satisfaction. have to take a board resolution. Okay, and we have to have a person authorized. Here the important note, which this important note, this situation also we have already faced many scenarios and we have done also. And the same prescription conventionally being followed. Now it is coming in the form of law. Okay. Now the body corporate is authorizing someone. For example, X is authorized on behalf of ABC Limited. That X should not be a subscriber in individual capacity. That means X should be either applicable to ABC Limited or should be in his own capacity. You should not happen everywhere I have one claim you register. That was happening earlier. In fact, regularly they were fighting a lot that they will not accept that. Still people used to do only because there was no written law. Now it became a law. Right. And same the case for LLP also. There also resolution used to be passed. And procedural aspects now. In fact, it's a big concept. Probably someone who formed a foreign company, you can easily able to appreciate what is there. Quickly I will do. Yes, I don't think we can so much spend time on this. If a subscriber is a foreign national who is in India and to incorporate a company, what he has to do? He has to come in and discuss result. Then only a foreign national can incorporate a company in India. So the foreign national residing outside India, living in a country in Commonwealth countries. There is a concept called Commonwealth countries. You can Google it and understand what are coming in the Commonwealth countries. If a person is the resident of that country, then his signature has to be attested by the public in part of the Commonwealth. If something is a foreign national resident outside India, living in a country, it is part of that convention. The separate convention is available. That also you can Google and get it. It is there available. That if the person is belonging to that country, which country is formed, part of that convention signed themselves, then the requirement is not only the notary public, should additionally be attested by apostille. Who is that apostille? Apostille is a person, is higher of the notary public, I can say. In fact, there is a double certification is happening in this case. And sometimes the foreign national residing outside India, where Commonwealth nothing, when neither Commonwealth country nor a convention, then it has to go to run to the embassy only. And mention the notary public. This is a scenario where a foreign national incorporating company in India. Now all these we have been following conventionally, and we used to debate and deliberate, take input from department. We used to do. Now everything has become part of that. That we have to really thank the department that so much have at least have come part of that. How it has come different, how we are going to face it with that different. Now everything become part of that. We need to know code that I have done 5 years before, 10 years before. Everything will become part of law. That's why it comes to the book will come to say company that rule form everything. Ramaya, we need to give expression at all. As it is now, the companies have rule form. If you put itself, it will come Ramaya. Before it will come. Then you just imagine Ramaya, how much better. We have to see how Ramaya is going to go. I am so eager to see that. How many pages they are going to come. We will move on to MOA quickly, and very important thing, letters should have a scene and all that. It's all of us in name, everything. We have to have it a separate column. Okay, service taxes, sales taxes, everything. Whatever you want to have, keeping your you have to list out that. If spaces are there, left out portion you can write like that. I left out in 15 minutes only. Quickly move on. Quickly laugh also. That's all I'm telling you. Name change in 2 years it has to come. Okay. Now the memorandum object class. Now incidental class we have to forget. That means other object. We can have only ancillary and incidental. Other object. That means you have to forget 3C. If at all you have 3C, please go and cite them. We should not supposed to. But only thing is through both gentlemen only. You can't simply go and say, yeah, I said no. You told, one speaker also told you strike. That also people quickly they will take care. So we have to strike down this thing. If possible, really feel. See, the problem is something government say also we are completely professional stakeholders trying to misuse it. They are permitting some other object. If you see the main object, I'm going to hold that. Main object will have only 4. Other object will have 150 objects, including poetry, field, he is doing software business. What he wants to do poetry, field, and he was sentimentally his own touch that. He started 40 years back that company, said enough, your sentiment is done. Now you can have only main object. Okay, main object and answer. Suppose if you really feel that you will get into the other object to bring it to the main object. There is no restriction on that. But again, you don't start 140. One fellow again told us that 140 can be brought in main object. That the ROC will ask you to select down entire main object. You will say only one object you have enough. For your company, as a special service, so better to have some meaningful main object. That's what I am trying to say. And incidental we can always have. Okay, like buying a building or to do anything for business, not to do something else, which I told you earlier. And that the correction when we have to do, we should make it. We can't debate on that when we can do all this. The provision has become effective 1/4/2014 itself. Okay, till now we are asking when I have to do, when I have to do. By that 6 months we are passing. When I have to do, you do now itself. No, what is stopping? Nothing is stopping us. We can do now itself. Now itself we can debate, decline. We can inform that no, how it is possible. And for you, nothing is possible. Only one thing is possible. The SFI will come on day to it. That only is possible. We have to see that how positively we are trying to follow the law. Okay, then we can criticize the law. Because we are following and criticizing, we will not get penalized. If you don't follow and criticize, only we will be penalized for not following the law. We can be like a democratic country, we can criticize, but not only not to follow the law. So we can follow, then we can criticize. It should the liability class note to stay that limited to this line that the liability of the members is limited to the amount unpaid, if any, on the shares held by them. This last 10 words are there, no? Yeah, word only. That alone will not be there in your memorandum, because our memorandum will carry only liability is limited. Now they added, I don't know the rationale, they don't know. So now we have to add, for this matter you have to correct the capital class. Now you have to bring the sentence, liability class. This sentence has to be reproduced in the liability class. Shifting our registry office, you know everything that now state to state and registry office, same state also to registry office, same procedure only. Earlier, company code regulation I used to follow. Regulation 37 takes everything. After that, a circular comes where they gave power to the regional director. Now it becomes a part of the law. Okay? And not much change. Earlier, before filing the petition, we supposed to give a proper advertisement. Now we need not to give before filing the petition. We have to give before the hearing. Giving the time to object. Except this change, I don't find any other change in the shifting, whatever the case. Leave it as within city, outside city, as it is usual. Okay, we have to do too much. But in Companies Act, in a nutshell, in fact, with my experience last 2-3 years, I am breaking my head. Whether understanding are that's different. Breaking my head with this act. With this one thing, you can easily able to understand. The entire law structure with the more transparency and compliance, keeping that in mind. Something which is nothing is required. They said in the new law that board approval is required. Okay. Something that requires board approval, they said now general meeting approval is required by RBI. Something now old act requires RBI official, they said special resolution is required for that. Something special is required, now they say prohibited. Yeah, I can give live example. This is also not visible. I am telling the approach that you can easily understand. Suppose you know the section 293, that earlier RBI resolution, the number told it is special, special resolution. Okay, earlier 297 board approval, then it became now special, more than ordinary, 180 letter party transaction. So we can easily, and the number of items now, earlier never required board approval and filing. Like approval of financial statement in the board, okay, now NBT board has to be filed within 30 days. I don't know how many would have approved already and would have sent to audit report also, for audit report also. So they should have filed already NBT reporting now. So like that, earlier nothing was required, now required board. Like that we have to explain and see we have to take orders on the Companies Act and other provisions. And entitlement provision, what is this provision? This is a new concept introduced under the Companies Act, article rather than see, in the entire article of association we can have one, for example, again I will tell you an example, so that you are not given an opportunity to put your question, that's why example I can give you. So that 1 to 50 I have a regulation, okay? I can choose one regulation out of 1 to 50. Say for example, regulation 45. I can say this regulation 45 cannot be touched and changed by passing a special resolution. This can be touched and changed only with the approval of unanimous. That means all the shareholders should approve for amendment of that particular clause. The same logic can be applied for entire article. This is what inbuilt. Now we can have that portion also. Inbuilt also in article. Earlier we were not permitted. We were not permitted, but earlier we used to have those kind of classes in the form of shareholders agreement. We bring into the article, we used to file, and nobody understand things are going. That means whether recognition there is not, permission there or not in the old act, that nobody has tried to, but it was getting approved and we have been following that conventionally. Now it become a part of the law, entertainment is correct. Alteration of article, in fact as I told you that now we have to move on to the alteration of article. Same logic only. Do I have to alter the article now? If you ask me that do I have to alter, don't alter. Alter. There are no questions. No, why should I alter that? Then don't alter. This is how many forums I can say that you ought to alter. Anyway, you ought to alter. You can't run a company with keeping your article of association carrying 1956 action. Correct? That will completely go against of section 5 of article of association on arbitration provision of section 14 of the article of association. It is going to against completely. You can't touch your article at all unless you alter the article and bring it into the present positions of the company that was already. You can't touch the article at all. Now your article is invalid as it is, certain portion of the article, and you can't change also because the provision of section 14 says that the article cannot be altered, cannot be touched unless the article is altered in the manner provided already in the company that was already. So I think we are taking a heavy risk on that part. Without altering article, we are staying. We have to see that we are altering article. Then only we can see that the board and company is enabled to carry out the business. To see that we are altering the article in tune with the provisions of the new act. If you have a different view, please keep that view. When question comes, you please tell that view that one. As it is, so many views are gone into the This is not my view, so I give an opportunity and giving my view. And 1% company, as it is, I know only one person one time, that I told you, in his lifetime, only one company, 1% company by 1% can start. We'll quickly go through the silent features. Number of members, as I told you, 1. And number of directors, it can be 1 and can be 12 and can be up to 15 and it can be up to 50, which our registrar also told. You can't have 500 directors in a company. Shareholder directors is 50 or 5. As I said, it looks like a ball will raise in it. Then you have to have a speaker also there. If you have more than 100 directors. Fine. I am telling not only for this, for trade company also saying the question is same. Name of the company should carry the word OPC, so easily we can be caught OPC. Member and nominee to be natural person. Earlier there was confusion whether company can form, whether society can form one person. You know, as it is, any person come, or people, something which is not possible, only they will ask. Can society can form one person? Why? First of all, you think an individual person can form a company, a company can form. You will go for trust, that go act in India, public trust. Can a public sector come from a company? That's why they said, no, nothing can be done. Okay? A natural person who breathes. That test will be applied. If you breathe only, you can form 1% company. And not for that matter, other things. Unlike 6 years. One natural person. Because in Indian Citizenship Act 1925 says, natural person is human being. You should be a citizen of India. So there, you can't have your own dream. I can make that also to form this or form. Okay. So it will not qualify to be a natural person under Indian Citizenship Act. Okay. And again, automatic conversion of the private to public. Now very simple. Whether you are OPC, you can convert into private company or public company. Whether private or public, you can again convert to OPC. Again, this 6 months your turnover will go up. Again, you go to the OPC. Next year, market down. Again, your turnover will come down. Again, you come back to the OPC. Because there is no restriction going back. I am not saying anything. There is no restriction on the swap. How many times can go and come, like a clock comes. Okay? But that depends upon the market. If market is stable, we continue to be a private company. If market completely falls down, goes to the a 1% company. We can make it as a 1% company. Because whatever applies to a small company is applies to the 1% company. We can easily remember that. A small company is a small company which has got 50 lakhs paid capital or 2 crores per month. Okay, when that threshold limit is breached, a 1% company should necessarily be to become a private company. So that the threshold limit is breached. That means a 1% company cannot be a small company. That means it's a small company only. Once it reaches, it has to become a private company. And again, incorporation nomination. Here one important question which we have to understand. See, in a memorandum of association of 1% company, the important requirement is it not only should carry a name and details of the 1% company, it should also carry a name and the details of the nominee person. There are separate forms are prescribed. There are so many forms are prescribed, and it should carry a nominee name also. Fine. If 1% company pass away, nominee is issue, and nominee pass away, one more person. I got one question from one forum. Everybody passed it. Always everybody going in the flight, all go down the flight. 50 hours company, 50 hours died. We have to see what the best we can do on the situation. I am reflecting your view only. You are not given an opportunity to reflect your views. That's why I am reflecting my view, what you will reflect. Generally I am seeing many other forms. You respect all of it. If everybody dies, what you have to do? The leader has to step down. They also die. Then you ask them to create a legal act, then ask them to die. That only I have to say. So now very simple. 1% company should have a nominee. If 1% company is or pass away, then nominee should have. Nominee should ensure that within 15 days another is nominee. So responsibility continues. If that fellow is not there, he can, anyway he has to step in. Neighbor can't step in naturally, right? Then there will be a problem only. Neighbor step in as a legal act. So legal act alone can step in. So that's a basic thing which we have to get doubt about. And annual return can be signed by a CS. Financial statement cash flow is not prepared. And directors, as I told you, special meeting can go limited. No general meeting, no board meeting is required. Then why Act says general meeting, board meeting? What it says, you pass something, resolution. I'm a 1% company, I'm the person, 1% in the company. Okay, sole member, it's called sole member in the company that. If I want to pass some resolution, I have to write the resolution, or type the resolution. Okay, I have to sign. And the moment I record in the minutes, and the date I am putting will become my board meeting date. Okay, I'm the 1%, sole member. I want to pass a general meeting resolution. If I have to write or type it something and send to the company, and company record it as a resolution, then that is the date of the general meeting. I don't think any resolution is done. That should be recorded in the minutes. So if you have to get confused how 1% can have a meeting, how he alone can have a meeting, that's why lawmakers made it very clear. They don't want to give option to you. Otherwise, another option will come. Better they come out with one option. That's the reason they made it very clear everything. And general meeting, board meeting, term of auditor, no rotation, as it is big list is there, to whom rotation is not applicable. Contract by OPC, they have to record the minutes. That is the only requirement is there in the act. Mandatory, as I told you, whenever they breaches better than 50 lakhs, turnover to close, they have to mandatory conduct. Penal provision, this is the penal provision, what I told you. And these are the things which I already deliberated, it's applied in the bullet point. If I skip, then I can read more, see what else I can cover. All same thing only, no minor shall become a member. See, in 1% company alone, they say no minor shall become a member. But in private company, public company, there is no such language. Again, our people started asking me, I will appoint a guardian. You make him a such a 1% company, they make it very clear. In fact, through guardian also you can't get a person. When you can't, a minor cannot form. Here there is only 1%, there is no another elderly person to wait. Probably that is the logic. 1% per company cannot be formed by a minor. Other companies, I leave it open. I am not telling can't be or can be. And cannot be incorporated as a Section 8 company, that is Section 25 company. So one thing easily we can understand. A 1% company can be converted as a private or public. It cannot be converted as a Section 8 company. Same way, Section 8 company cannot be converted as a 1% company. And one more clarity is, it cannot do any NBFC. Again, you should not say that, suppose I invest some money into the company. Again, we have to go to the NBFC, we have to see that the ROC is convinced, RBI is convinced. The moment the word you use investment, it becomes investment. Whether it is permitted to invest, we have to wait and see. Again, the law should evolve. We can't have, the government can't bring a law for everything, for 100,000 things. The way out they evolve, they have to come out and see that. But as of now, NBFC is not permitted, so I don't know whether the lawmakers or the regulators will appreciate OPC investing in investment, making investment in other companies. And as it is, I told you, 2 years time limit is given when they want to convert, voluntarily convert OPC, they have to wait 2 years. They can't simply form OPC, then again immediately convert. They have to wait for 2 years. Reservation of name, I told you already, not much difference. Section 8, as it is, nothing can be done in that. So much can be done after you form the company, and then by doing service. And this is a small difference already discussed already. And these are the premium questions. In fact, I thought I can cover some e-forms, where really you will have a more input on e-forms. So that's the reason I am skipping. And more we have to discuss on e-forms. So the big list is going on. INC 22, INC 28. These are the forms that we have to file for the incorporation of companies. INC 1, INC 7, they are 12, they are 22 for list office, they are 12 for implementing the directors, and they are 21 for commencement. That means INC 21 is for commencement shall be deliberated. And OPC, the same thing only, the only difference is now instead of INC 7 is INC 2. Already this thing is circulated to you. You can once you can review only. And same thing is deliberated. Saying now the fee is 1,000, and now there are so many. But e-form exhaustively I covered, which I am going to deliberate tomorrow ROC Chennai office. So I thought I prepared deliberately, not for this form, but I try to cover that time is there. Quick recap of that one. These are the items that we have to cover in the INC 1. It's already circulated to you. I think I don't think anything needs to be explained in that. I'm quickly going off. All this we have seen. And only one slide I want to show you and close down. That is the whole thing I'm running. After that, probably 1 or 2 questions I can take. Please, questions will be as I told you, aircraft, all aircraft, not like that. Something really will be useful to everyone. We can deliberate and close. And here I told, of course, apart from the Manjinata and the KMP, I will take you to one important thing. This is a very important thing. MGT 14. What is that? How will the this is the fees they prescribed. Less than 100, 200, all that. Now earlier up to 500 it was there for the maximum fee. Now they made it up to 600. And fee wise everything is increased. That we have to check more thing on fee aspects to understand how it has got decreased. And MGT 14. What is the purpose of the form? In fact, it links with so many sections. Section 94, section 117, section 180. See the item, I think almost everything will come under the MGT 14 now. Place of keeping, earlier section 163 where place of keeping registered. Now a good thing is earlier there was a clarity, place of keeping books of accounts under section 163. It was silent about the registers and minutes. Now there is a clarity has come in the front. Now register and books of minutes also along with books of accounts can be kept other than register office. Then again you have to file MGT 14. All the consideration is coming half of business is going to come under the Act. Resolution of Board of Directors relating to MD, same, which is already available in the section 192 of the old Act. Resolution definitely won't have anyway, situation won't come. Section 180, it is equivalent section to section 293 of the old Act. To sell, lease, otherwise, of course the same thing only, borrow, which is already available in the 192 of the 1956 Act. Where we have to file a 293 related to section 192 under the old Act. Same thing is replaced. Now, in addition to this, the big list is coming. Power which can be exercised by the board, which MGT 14 needs to be filed to make calls on shares, to authorize buyback, fine, to issue securities. My God. Then, to issue securities, how many forms will be filing? PAS 3, PAS 4, PAS MGT 14. Not that one form 2 with one definition, simplifying it. No, nothing doing. Now, we have to ensure that we are filing data of offer, we are filing PAS 3, data of allotment, and MGT 14 also. So now see how many forms have come. To borrow money, Earlier power is given to the board, 292, that also now coming here, under the MDT 14. Now form has to be filed in that case. To invest funds of the company, to grant loan, give guarantee, now come. In board level itself we have to come. Earlier it was not like that. These are to be only when structural policy, we are supposed to file form 23. Now we have to file MDT 14, if board discuss also about the guarantee, all that security, all that. In addition to the form that we are filing for charge one, all that, CHS, 1, 2, 3, all that, no, we have to file MDT also. To approve financial statement, which we were deliberating earlier. If the board approves accounts, the form has to be filed within 30 days. It is enough whether you are giving to the auditor or not, the MDT 14 has to be filed, the board movement approved. This is also okay. I should explain what is going to come. To diversify business of the company. What is meant by diversification? That there is no liability here we can see. To approve amalgamation, earlier never we used to file any form. Only board approval only, we straight away file application to the court under section 391. Now that has to be filed under MDT 14. Now more transparency has come. Now, everything is available about the company website. Takeover of the company again. Under old Act 395, under new Act it is 235. Take over the control of the company. And resolution again, the list continues to make political contribution, to appoint, remove KMP. To take note of appointment, one level below KMP. First of all, I don't know who is the one level below the KMP. An assistant who is assistant to the CFO, assistant secretary who is assistant to the company secretary, a secretary who assists the MD. Okay, fine, not secretary. The person who is assisting the MD, probably is going to be one level before the floor, I don't know. We have to wait and see. Taking note of appointment or removal of one level below the KMP. Then do you have to have hierarchy table in every company to whom the KMP is applicable? Right now it is applicable company having more than 10 crores paid up capital and paid company is exempt as of now. Okay, we have to wait and see. Any relaxation is coming. And take note of that's one level below KMP, now we have to file a form. To appoint internal auditor, secretarial auditor, form has to be filed. To take note of disclosure interest, in fact earlier we should take form 24 AAA and not even know value. Somewhere it will be there, this director, the company or consultant office, now we have to file the rest of company background. Not 24 AA, now MDT 14 we have to file. To buy, sell, investment, welfare company, all that has to be 5%. Invite, accept, deposit, renew. First of all, I don't know. Deposit, if at all we decide to take deposit, we have to file MDT 14 if we are eligible to take. There's a separate rule is there for that. To review change terms of public deposit. Again, to approve quarterly, half-yearly, annual financial statements or financial results. That means, in future we can't take privilege say that quarterly results okay approved. Immediately department asks, have you filed MDT 14? In fact, we have to change the connotation, terminology. We should not use the word of quarterly, half-yearly, 3-month statement, 6-month statement. Just telling you, no, I'm just telling whether this is falling outside the public of this. I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you this. Suppose I say 3-month statement, 6-month statement, 180 day statement. Still I have to file MDT 14. Quarterly, half-yearly, annual covered date. No, logically it has to be filed. The moment you say 180 days, you are gone. 90 days, gone. You have to file only. Just say, you need not to give justification for this and that. They want, as long as you are telling, you are approving that a quarterly or half-yearly annual, they want to officially see that everybody is seeing that. That is the idea behind it. Okay. And these are the points for observation. So much is there to discuss about forms and the difficulties that we are facing in the forms. I don't think this is not a session to discuss on the e-forms. So that's the reason I am skipping all that. Probably any questions really that is making so much noise in your mind. That is really making noise. Thank you for the opportunity given. Thank you.
I request the members to stay for a while, please. On behalf of the Bangalore branch of SIFC, I profusely thank our speaker for sharing his views on special emphasis on new requirements under Chapter 1 and 2 of Companies Act 2013, though in a quicker manner, extract the nitty-gritties of companies Act 2013. Now, I request C. Niranjan Prabhu to come on to the dais and to present a memento to our speaker, C. Dhanpal, as a gesture of gratitude and appreciation.